Deni Avdija was a player I was extremely high on out of the 2020 NBA draft, and 5 years in, he's turned into an absolute beast. As a walking Swiss Army knife, Deni not only killed it at Eurobasket 2025, but was a standout for the Portland Trail Blazers due to his insane versatility, while also being on one of the best contracts in the entire NBA. Avdija is really slept on in terms of his impact and overall placements among the league's top players, so we're going to highlight what he does well on the floor and why he's such a problem for defenses to handle. Be sure to leave a like on the video, as that makes a massive difference for the channel and helps this channel to grow and for other people to see this video. And be sure to subscribe and check out the other great player analysis videos on this channel. In terms of his physical profile, Deni Avdija has good size at 6'9", 240 pounds as a wing, but has an unassuming appearance, doesn't seem like the most athletic person in the world, has a shorter wingspan relative to his height, and evidently doesn't have an elite first step. However, one of his greatest attributes is actually his ability to get downhill and be more than an adequate finisher. He's more than capable of putting the ball on the floor, and he can absorb contact and maintain concentration for the follow-through. For some of these three-point plays, it's really impressive how he essentially feels unbothered by defenders whacking him while he's finishing at the rim, which is a testament to his strength and his coordination.
Back left again, Jackson Davis intercepted, Avdija into the lane, runs it right to the rack, laid it in and
seals past the fingertips of Plumlee, and then Avdija on the drive and finish.
Ian Portman's about to go into the game for the Mavs. It's all hands on deck in a night like this. Oh, Avdija got it to fall.
awkwardly, missing badly, places the other way. Avdija sizes up two defenders, goes right to the rack, pumped it in off the wing.
He has a solid handle and good footwork to maneuver around defenders, and he can accelerate and decelerate effectively in both the half courts and transition. I mean, just look at this play against the Houston Rockets, where he's dashing in the open floor and sees Jabari Smith Jr. ahead. He hits him with a super quick behind the back, takes off, and is able to get an acrobatic finish despite Alperen Şengün's outstretched arm out there to contest. He runs the floor really well and is sneaky quick and athletic, as he can zoom up the floor with the ball in his hand and detonate at the rim. I mean, this is him blazing through everyone on the floor in transition for a ferocious slam against the San Antonio Spurs. He isn't the craziest athlete and doesn't have an incredible first step, but his agility and aforementioned strength help him in beating his man and converting on and one opportunities in the half court. He doesn't get enough credit for the skill that he has as both a finisher and a scorer overall as well, using a series of pass fakes, pivots, and covering a ton of ground after his gather to score at the rim. He can back you down on the post, stop on a dime and pull up for a jumper, spin off of you, and will cook you if he gets to step on you. He's a more than capable break starter who can push the pace and playmaking in transition, being both a solid passer who can playmake out of the pick and roll, he can drive and kick, and he has the awareness to find players who find themselves open on the floor. He is effective as a 6'9" slasher on the floor, and he's an effective defensive player due to his solid lateral movements and his capabilities as a help defender. What's great about Deni is that he's very disciplined defensively and has solid ball skills. He can make recoveries, get stops on even larger offensive players, and get steals that start the break for the Blazers. Since All-Star break, Deni Avdija averaged 23 points per game, 9 rebounds and 5 assists on 51% from the field and 42% from 3 on 6 attempts a game. A massive surge in play for the young star, and one that really demonstrates the growth that he's undergone as a player. There were stretches after All-Star break where Deni even himself looked like an all-star. In a game against the Memphis Grizzlies, he had a stat line of 31 points, 16 rebounds, and 8 assists on 9 of 18 shooting and 5 of 8 from 3, and became the first Blazer since 1973 to have multiple 30, 15, and 5 games in a single season. Matter of fact, he was the 4th player up until that point in the season to have at least 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists at half. The funnest aspects of Deni Avdija's game this past season, at least in my opinion, were his improvements as an outside shooter and his overall improvement in his creation ability. he had the best three-point shooting season of his career, not necessarily in terms of percentage, but in terms of both the percentage and volume of threes that he took, and he seriously became a catch-and-shoot threat on the floor for the Blazers. And in terms of his creation ability, his ability to get downhill has allowed him to better feed his teammates depending on the attention that's drawn to him. He is a creative passer who can be one of your lead ball handlers on the floor, and he's shown improvements as a playmaker out of the pick and roll. He has become a better self-creator who can create separation on his jumpers, but in order for him to take that next step, he needs to continue growing on that end with more consistency, and being a threat as a pull-up shooter will go a long way as well. What makes matters better for Avdija and for the Blazers as a whole is the fact that he's still on the 4-year deal with the Wizards that he signed a few years ago that's valued at just $55 million. He won't be an unrestricted free agent until the summer of 2028, where he'll only be 28 years old, and on a roster with Shaedon Sharpe and Scoot Henderson, he provides much needed help and versatility on the wings. Plus, without Simons on the roster this upcoming season, I do expect even more from Deni, Sharpe, and Henderson next season. I can't wait to see how Deni specifically shines. With that being said, let me know your thoughts on Deni Avdija, and what's your favorite aspect of his game? Where would you rank him among the top forwards in today's game? And also, what are your projections for him next season? If you want to know about another young star in the NBA who completely took it to another level this past season, check out my last video on Jalen Williams, why he's also one of the most versatile players in the league, and why he's on the path to superstardom.